Okay, 9:05. Good morning. Final hour coming up. Gab, am I boring you?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing now?
Why is everyone out there saying, like, shocked at all your goals?
Well, because they're all young, aren't they? And they're just having a wee look now, aren't they?
There's a bit of respect there, Al. Like, you're a top player, mate.
Yeah. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Yeah, no. Second time this week. Now, it was quite the evening for the Gunners as they absolutely thumped Atletico thanks to 4 goals in just 14 second-half minutes. To top off the perfect night for the Gunners, new striker Victor Gyökeres got on the score sheet twice, which should do him the world of good, by the way, on a night where he seriously arrived in North London.
Here's Eze inside the penalty area. Gyökeres pokes it in past Matt Sells.
If Arsenal create chances, I think he'll score them.
I think he's good, but I don't think he scores enough goals to beat Haaland. I don't think he scores more than João Pedro.
Right corner of the penalty area, lovely ball in. Gyökeres diving onto it, heads it wide. Ball over the top for Gyökeres, who's in behind, faces up the goalkeeper. What a brilliant block from Humphries. He seemed to take his time there, Gyökeres, to pull the trigger.
I told him before the first meeting, I said the 9 that I want is a 9 that when he doesn't score for 6 or 8 games, he can handle that.
I'm still convinced he's going to get maybe 20 Premier League goals.
Oh, this is turning into a glorious European night for Arsenal because it's now Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid 0. Victor Gyökeres at the double.
It's just phenomenal. And the biggest thing that we're going to debate about him is goals. He certainly scored 2 very different ones today, and hopefully he starts to get some momentum and a good run of goals.
Interesting. Perry Groves there saying 20 Premier League goals. Will he get 20?
Oh, I do not think so. He's got 2 so far, hasn't he, in the Premier League?
I think it's going to be tough to get.
Saka takes penalties as well, because he tried to take a penalty recently, and Saka was like, nope.
By the way, listen, let me just put it in perspective. The fans are behind him, which was great, even before he got his 2 goals last night.
Agreed.
The 2 goals last night were a bit iffy, but it doesn't matter. It's 2 goals against a top European side. So they're fully behind him. So, touch wood, if there was any doubt in his mind, any lack of confidence, that should be easing away now.
And as well, Al, we talk about other players that have just joined this summer. Oh, it's still early and they need a bit of time. So he's the same. You know, every game he's getting more experience playing in the Premier League and playing with his teammates at Arsenal. So I'm sure he will come good.
Yeah, I hope so, because he's willing, isn't he?
Yes.
Arsenal Palace coming up at the weekend as well. So Victor Gyökeres bagged himself 2 goals to move on to 5 this season for the Gunners in all comps. But more than that, he finally looks at home leading the Gunners forward line. Troy needs to admit, well, is Troy wrong about Troy? I was going to say, my question here is, does Troy need to admit he's wrong about Gyökeres? I don't know. I think Troy might be. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't think he's in the... Well, no, I know he's...
I know what you're going to say.
When you talk about, Haaland...
Yeah.
And when you talk about Isak, I'd put Gyökeres third.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, even though Isak hasn't started really on fire at Liverpool. Gyökeres, to me, he's got limits in his game. You know, he's not going to run in behind and outpace defenders. What he will do, he'll put his body in, he'll hold the ball up, he'll work his socks off. Haaland and Isak will never work as hard as Gyökeres does.
He's going to get chances, but Gab, I tell you, I'd love to just have a whisper in his ear. When the ball's wide, especially with Saka on the right, make a couple of near-post runs. Get across your defenders. Even if you run into the near post and it beats you,
of course,
someone comes into the space you've left. Don't keep hanging.
But
back post to middle, get across them, get a little flick.
But as well, what he can offer is what Arsenal have been missing. They're going to score goals. You know, Marino scores goals, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard score goals, Declan Rice can, Gabriel from set pieces. So I think what he's offering Arsenal at the moment is exactly what the manager wanted.
Right, so thanks to the goals there, Gunners sit top of the Premier League and have 3 wins from 3 in the Champions League. It's going great. They really do like the real deal. So let's get more on this. Let's cross over and speak to an absolute Arsenal legend. David Seaman joins us now. David, a very good morning, David.
Morning, guys. You're
Morning,
right.
David.
Yeah, David, great things going on in North London at the moment from the red half. Last night, good game, enjoyed it, really did. And a little scare with the keeper, you know, just into the second half, but Arsenal overcame that. And for Gyökeres, I think everyone's delighted. He's got a couple of goals.
Yeah, that's right. I think Ray's he's allowed one or two of them, mate. With the clean sheets and the saves that he's making. But like I was just listening to you talking about Gyökeres, and he's getting used to the team. He's getting used to the teammates. He's getting used to the pace of the Premier League. And that was something that a lot of players, especially the foreign guys, when they first come, they found it really difficult to get used to the pace and the physicality. And as we've seen, Gyökeres, he loves a bit of physical action in there, doesn't he? So give him time. He's getting better and better. He's getting fitter and fitter. And I'm sure there's going to be more goals.
Yeah.
David, if there was a game that you thought maybe Arsenal wouldn't score from a set piece, I would have said maybe Atletico Madrid. So organised, Diego Simeone defensively. But it's just inevitable now, isn't it? 9 goals this season from set pieces. And it's such a threat to have.
It is, Gabby. It's a great threat. And you know what it's like. It's all about the delivery. When that delivery is good. Even Saka said it, didn't he, at the weekend? He said that some of his deliveries were terrible. Then he gets one right and we score from it. And that's what it's been like. The delivery's been fantastic. And when you get success like that, it gives you more confidence to like really get on the end of like the flick on at the near post or an direct header. It gives you more confidence that delivery is coming in with such pace.
David, what about defensively? For me, Arsenal, the 2 centre-backs are wonderful. Your back 4, back 5, whatever, were fantastic. Are they getting there, David? Arsenal's back 4?
Yeah, I would say that they're there, Al. They're really confident. The unit is brilliant. They all seem to know what each other's doing as well. And the special thing about it also is that when players come in, like last night when Lewis Skelly came in, he knows what he's doing. He knows what the back 2 are doing. It's a great unit. And then obviously you've got the confidence of Raya at the back, who's fantastic with his feet, but he's also making some really crucial saves as well, mate. So, that back line is looking really good.
So, favourites for the Premier League, I think the second or third favourite for the Champions League, second favourite. But I think the Premier League's the one they've got to concentrate most on. Don't get me wrong, a European night at the Emirates is brilliant, David, but it's that Premier League, that's the one that Mikel wants.
It's weird, Al, because when Arsene Wenger, when I was playing under Arsene Wenger, he would give us a piece of paper and he'd say to us, write in order of preference what you'd like to win.
Did he?
And we always put, like all the English lads would put Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. All the foreign players would go Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup. And I think it's a bit like that. The only thing is that Arsenal, the lads have got a chance of creating history if they win the Champions League because the club's never done it before.
What did Parla put? Premier League, Champions League, run for dogs?
Is that the name of the pubs he was going to?
David, what I love about Arsenal as well, and Arsenal fans must, is the age of the squad as well. This isn't a squad of players that, 2 years, you've got to start changing. So many top young players. And with Madueke and Odegaard out, I looked at the squad yesterday and they were able to bring on Mosquera, Ben White, Ranieri, Merino and Norgard, and Trossard and Calafiori didn't even get on the pitch. It's crazy, isn't it, the talent that they've got in that squad?
It is, mate. But that's a good sign. And there's also Havertz as well, who's yet to come back.
Gabriel Jesus,
Jesus, who's, so there's still really good players to come back that are injured, but the guys on the bench, it's quality, and that's exactly what you need. And then you said about the age of the squad, I think it's a good mix.
Yeah.
Good mix of experienced players and then young players, and that's what you always want. You don't want a team full of young players because you don't know what you're going to get. And then when you go to the other end, it might be a little bit slower, but the mix at Arsenal at the moment is fantastic.
And David, look, we know it's going to change, or we think it's going to change. Liverpool at the moment are just not the Liverpool of last year at the moment. City have suddenly got a little spurt on, haven't they? They're now beginning to look like their old selves. So it's important while Arsenal are playing this way that they keep the 3 points, keep winning, keep them chasing you.
Yeah, keep that momentum, Al. And that's what they've got to do. And like last season, everybody thought, finish above Man City and you win the league. And then Liverpool did what they did. Now Liverpool are having a little bit of a blip, but City are still looking strong. They're still there and waiting. So it's early. It's very early. But let's keep going, keep that momentum going, keep picking up wins, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the season.
David, I know for you as a goalkeeper, clean sheets would have meant the world to you. Well, I look at this Arsenal team, from back to front. It's like keeping a clean sheet means so much to the defenders that start, to the defenders that come on, to the manager, and obviously especially to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, they're celebrating tackles and all sorts, aren't they? But if I'm honest, clean sheets didn't bother me. It was just a win. I would have preferred a win of like 10-9, but just to get them 3 points.
You didn't have a clean sheet bonus in your contract, David?
No, I didn't need that, mate.
Oh, brilliant.
David, weekend, again, it's tough games. Arsenal against Palace, London derby. And what sort of, are you happy with your boys, your real boys, Leeds United start, David?
It's not bad. It's better than I thought it would be. I went to the Arsenal Leeds game, mate, and I wore my half and half scarf, and I wore it with pride. So don't give me any stick. It's a good start, a decent start, I'd say. It's about picking up points, and it's all about finishing just above them bottom 3. That's what it's about.
For this weekend, David, Leeds West Ham. Ooh.
I know. So a massive game, but it's a game that we possibly could win. It's you've got to go there and hopefully get the points, and then once you become safe, then it's a little bit easier. Just get a little bit of momentum and then a bit of confidence, and then we'll be okay. I
was thinking about you last night. I know it's different fishing. You're on the old bank with the rods with alarms on.
Exactly.
I was watching the old trawlermen. The deadliest catch. Oh my God, they're off their heads, aren't they?
Yeah. That's not for me, mate. I think
they are off their heads out
there.
Off Shetland and off Orkney. I'm like, what are you doing? Mental. Absolutely. David, listen, great to talk again. Speak to you soon, mate. Thank you for joining us this morning. Brilliant. Keep it going. Thanks, David.
Cheers, take care.
David Seaman, a big Leeds fan.
Yes. It's like you said there, Arsenal now. It's looking promising, isn't it? If you're an Arsenal fan, you're very, very happy at the moment.
There's a long way to go, Gab. I'm just to let people know, we've got the tables in front of us. Arsenal 19, Man City 16, so just 3 behind. Liverpool, who have not played particularly well, 15. Bournemouth 15, Chelsea 14. So, we've got to be careful here and be realistic. There's a long way to.
And it might come down to the games against Manchester City. The next, obviously, they played already. They drew games against Liverpool, games against Chelsea, where anything can happen. But Man City with Haaland in his form, going to take a good team to beat them at the moment.
Yeah, 9-17.
talkSPORT.